these are the upcoming PBAA events. On September the 20th, we'll have a star party at T-Mars at Matters. And September the 27th, a week later, on Saturday, we'll have a public telescope viewing at Gilwatt Park here in Claremont. And every member is invited to attend, even though this is for the public. If you attend and you have a telescope, come on over and join us with your telescope. This should be very fun for the public. And on September the 27th, it'll be starting at 6:30 p.m. just before sunset. You're going for about 2 hours. You have to be out of the park by 10. Okay, in October the 4th, just like I said, we'll have a celebration of life for Steve City. October the 10th, we'll have a general meeting there at Harvey or by Zoom. And then November the 1st, we'll have another public telescope viewing in Gilwatt Park. If I can get this to work.
No, hang on.
Okay.
Now try.
Okay. So these are the astronomical events that are coming up that are visible in Southern California, as highlighted in yellow. First one is September the 7th, which is this coming Sunday. We'll have the full moon, and that'll be a crummy night for astronomers. So that'll be the night that you can go out and paint the town red if you want. September the 16th, we got the moon near Jupiter. They're going to be separated by 4.5 degrees. That'll be a morning event. Be able to see that happening in the east. 54 degrees altitude. Have a 29% waning crescent moon. September the 19th is a big highlight for the month. We're going to have a couple of pulses, and for those who don't remember, an pulse is just a close encounter between two astronomical objects. In this case, on the 19th, there'll be Venus and Regulus. That'll be about 1:57. Well, it's going to happen at 1:57 a.m. But here in Southern California, we won't be able to see that until sometime after 4 a.m. But they'll be separated by only 0.4 of a degree. We'll have a 70% waning crescent moon in the east. Same day, Friday, in the morning, 5:21 a.m., we'll have a moon, Venus, pulse. Separation there will be just 0.75 of a degree. Here again, it'll be in the east with a waning crescent. September the 20th, next day, Saturday, we'll have the Saturn at opposition, which means that Saturn will rise about the time of sunset and will set in the west about the time of sunrise. I think that's the way it works. Or is it?
Rises at sunset, right? Is it opposite?
Rises at sunset, that's right. And then sets at sunset. Sunrise. Okay, there we go. Okay. And then we got a few big events that are not visible from Southern California, but on October the 5th, we got the moon near Saturn, separated by 2.3 degrees. Right, and get us moon. Actually, it'll be about a full moon that night, so we'll have to see how that goes. And then October the 6th, we got a full moon again. And that winds up lunation number 1270, according to Dave Nakamoto.
I bet if you advertise a super moon public star party, people will flock. You'll have the crowds.
Yeah, probably so. That's right.
The moon will be as big as Mars in a small telescope.
Words like that to get the public enthused, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got the last of the Titan shadow transits coming up on September the 19th and 20th from 10 p.m. until 12:34 a.m. You'll be able to see it. Hopefully we'll have clear skies. And the same thing, well, not quite the same thing on October the 5th. That's going to be a very short one. The time that is listed at the sites that I go to, they only show the mid-transit time, which indicates to me it's probably gonna be a fairly short transit. But that'll be the last one for 15 years.
Yeah.
So this is your opportunity to see it.
So one thing about the transits, we can see the transits when the rings are edge on, but when they're tilted, their shadow doesn't hit the planet itself. So we don't see the rings of Saturn, but we see the transits.
And we had the ring plane event, you know, the Earth going through the ring plane back in March. So this is a benefit. This is a side event that happens whenever that occurs. Okay, here's our definition number 2 of the definitions that we'll be encountering over the next few months. This one is the observable universe. The observable universe is all the matter in the space-time continuum observable from Earth. And this is sort of like a map that has been put together that indicates the galaxies that are visible, you know, all the way back to close to the beginning. And this is a listing of the parameters of the observable universe. And this is a fascinating chart. I won't go through all the details, but keep in mind that the current visibility limit is 46.6 billion light years. Now that's kind of weird because the universe is only 13.8 billion years old as far as we know. So how can we see back 46.6? Actually, we don't see back that far. We see objects today that have emitted light billions of years ago. And those objects today, because of the expansion of the universe, are now located about 46.6 billion light years away. If I said that correctly, what do you think?
Yeah, that's close enough.
Yeah.
The universe is expanding as the light comes towards you. And so that if you pace off the distance in real miles, that's how far it is.
That's an astounding number. You know, if you were to have gone back 100 years ago, if you had talked to astronomers at that time, they'd think that you would be nuts. But,
Right.
yeah, but it's an amazing place that we live in, and obviously there's so many objects involved here that we're never going to run out of objects to find. If you look at the number of stars, this is an estimate, 10 to the 24th, and that's a lot. If I was to write that out, I'd have 1 followed by 24 zeros, and it's just an amazing number to fathom that we have so many stars, not counting even the planets, asteroids, and everything else that you might encounter throughout the universe. So it's if you want job security, be an astronomer. Okay, I'm going to mention here another event really quick. There's the 14th annual Joan and Arnold Seidel Griffith Observer Science Writing Contest. This is something I've entered several times. I won an award for 2 different years. And I would recommend this to anybody who has a favorite topic in astronomy and does a fairly good job of writing. Here are the ground rules. Basically, the article must be 3,500 to 5,000 words, typewritten in English, submitted in Microsoft Word, and postmarked by December the 31st. And the first award is $1,000. You're not going to become a millionaire, but at least you have bragging rights with $1,000. Second prize is $350. Third prize is $200. Fourth prize is $150. And honorable mention is $50. What's important in here, I think, do I have a URL? Holy smokes, I left off the URL. I'll have to find that out. I thought I had that in here. Let me see. Anyway, the awards will be announced on March the 15th of next year. And if you win, you get your article published in the Griffith Observatory magazine, Griffith Observer. Boy, I wish I had. Anyway, here's the Astro Funny for the day. Okay, so what we'll do here is we'll break for about 10 minutes prior to the speaker's talk. And you're welcome to all the astronomy food that we have over here. Yes, Laura?
I brought a bunch of magazines.
Oh, yes.
Go to new homes, please take them, enjoy them. And instead of them going into recycling
Excellent.
and, or take them to your friends who they might be amazed and start coming to our meetings
Yeah,
because they didn't know. Astronomy is so interesting.
Well, I was going to mention that later on, but since you brought it up, I just want to make it very clear to all the members who are attending that if you enjoy the presentations that we have here at the general meetings, make sure that if you know any friends or relatives that are interested in astronomy and would like to either attend or become a member, please let them know. If you don't like the meetings, don't say anything.